Hello everyone and happy Thursday. Once again, it's Heidi Reams with Floyd County Conservation, and we are somewhere in Floyd County. It is a gorgeous fall day, so I thought we would take a little hike in the woods. So we are back at the Tosanak Recreation Area. And you can see that we are down by the river access, and the Shell Rock River is a little low today, as it has been since we're kind of behind on rainfall. We did have a river float here a couple weeks ago, and if you'd like to get out on the river, this section from the Tosanak Recreation Area down towards Marble Rock is still deep enough so that you can canoe it and kayak it. So if you'd like a nice fall activity to do, that would still be an option for you. So I thought we would just take a little hike along the trail and see how things are progressing during the fall season, since it's been since early summer that we've ventured along this trail. So you can kind of see how the leaves are starting to fall. It is a beautiful fall day. There's just a gentle breeze, but it's not too hot or too cold, so to speak. So it's a perfect day to get outside. So you can hear by my footsteps that we've got some crunching leaves starting to hit the ground. Not a lot of color yet in the trees. But it won't be too long till that starts to happen. You can see a lot of the underbrush is starting to die back. We don't have any of the wildflowers that we had earlier this year that we were watching and looking for. So, you know, every time you go out, you just never know what you're going to see. Our parks have been very busy this season as people are staying a lot closer to home due to the pandemic, but that's awesome that they're at least thinking of nature to get outside. So please take advantage of that as we hit the peak of fall and even into winter. We are just starting to offer public programs again. So if you follow us on Facebook or visit our websites, you'll be able to find information on those. Like I said, on Tuesday we had the monarch tagging, and I'm working on some other dates for other events as well. So we'll be able to get some programs in a socially distanced manner. We have some new benches along the river trail, so you'll have an opportunity to stop and take a break as you're hiking along. And if you haven't had a getaway this summer and looking for an opportunity, our cabins, you can see up above is the Otter Ridge cabin there. The Otter Ridge cabin and the Darling cabin here at the Tosanak Recreation Area are available all seasons. So if you're looking to get away in the fall or even the winter, those are definitely options for you. Or if you have family coming to stay with you and need some extra room or space, those are options for you here. Here you can get kind of a view of the river. There's a nice sandbar that's showing. And if you notice, sandbars always pop up on the inside curve of the river. And that's because on the inside curve is where the water is flowing slower. And so the sand or any sediment will fall out of the water there as it slows down. And then any erosion or weathering that happens typically happens on the outside of the curve, because that's where the water is the highest. And so it's where it's picking up and starting to carry more sediment. So just a little river information. Now, high water events kind of cancel all that out. So that's just kind of in a normal situation. As you can tell, the river trail is nicely shaded. And this is also the trail that in the wintertime we groom for cross-country skiing. So this trail is utilized during all times of the year. And you'd be amazed at how different the woods will look in the wintertime compared to in the spring or summer. So we'll have to see if I'm bold enough to do a live while I'm on skis. That might be a little multitasking not able to handle, but we'll see. Hopefully we don't have any snow for a while. So I've seen lots of woodpeckers and blue jays flying around, and I'm sure they're all starting to stash, along with the squirrels, food for the fall. I've noticed lots of acorns falling to the ground. Just a nice quiet day to go for a hike. Looks like it's supposed to be nice all weekend, so if you have an opportunity to get outside, please do. And if you'd love to share what you did, love to see how everyone is enjoying the outdoors. I know since the schools are in session that everyone's schedules have gotten a little busier, but if you can get away from watching football for a little bit, you can always get outside and enjoy. I think we'll go down here to that concrete pad that we've gone to earlier in the year. We'll see how exposed it is now. If you can remember back to spring when we had bluebells and wild ginger and bloodroots all blooming, and now we have the crunch of leaves under our feet. So you can see them. Water, the current's moving pretty slow, but there's still a pretty good flow. A little bit of vegetation flowing along. Across the river, I don't know if you can see it, there's a deer getting a drink across from us. And what's really noticeable is the shoreline is a lot more exposed than it has been. But there's just something nice and peaceful, and I wish I could zoom in on the deer that's across. All right, Darcy, could you see the deer as I was pointing across the river? I see you're watching. So this is kind of where 3 trails come together. If you can continue on running parallel to the river, if you head that way, you will run into our resident goats that have been moved from the Fossil and Prairie Park, and they are busy working on invasives here at the Tosanak Recreation Area for a couple more weeks. Or this will take us up to the amphitheater area and the Down Hollow cabins. So there's a nice trail system here to be able to explore. But see, the woods has changed a little bit from the spring. So I hope you guys have enjoyed our fall hike of the Tosanak Recreation Area. I will see you all on Tuesday from somewhere in Floyd County. Have a great day. Bye.